Yeah, certainly not a game that you want to play in if you're looking for offense. Both of these pitchers this evening, Eovaldi and Kirby, coming in throwing the ball extremely well. Both very accomplished pitchers.
When you look at this Texas Rangers team, it's hard to believe, but they have not won back-to-back games in this ballpark since May of 2019. Pretty remarkable. It was a completely different era of Rangers baseball. Shin-Soo Choo was one of the leadoff hitters in those two games to date it a little bit. George Kirby is up on the mound. He has been incredible in his career against the Texas Rangers, including 2 starts ago.
Yeah, it really has. You know, he's had 11 starts against this ball club, Texas Ranger organization, giving up 10 earned runs. You mentioned in his last start against this Rangers team, he gave up 3 earned runs, that's like him getting shelled. At home, though, he has had 7 starts. He's 6-0 and has given up only 1 earned run in all of those contests.
So Nimmo retired, and that'll bring up shortstop Corey Seager.
And he climbs the ladder on a pretty steady diet of fastballs upstairs. That time 98 miles an hour puts away Corey Seager. Here is young left fielder Wyatt Langford on the ground with some eyes through the right side. A nice piece of 2-strike hitting from Wyatt Langford, who shoots a fastball the other way, and the Rangers have their first base runner.
And that'll bring up first baseman Jake Berger. Berger had a big night last night, 3 for 5 with a run batted in. Swing and a miss, a weak wave by Berger for strike 3, and the side is retired. A couple of strikeouts for George Kirby.
You know, the overall numbers this year aren't eye-popping for Eovaldi. Got up to a slow start, but his last 2 times out, he's been excellent.
Yeah, he's really righted the ship. In his last start against these Rangers, went 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs.
J.P. Crawford will lead things off.
This ball is just under Berger's glove, and it skims into the corner. J.P. Crawford is into second base. He's got a stand-up double. Well, the Mariners need some kind of spark, and maybe that is it at the top of the order. A little change because of injury with Crawford.
You would love to see the Mariners take advantage of this opportunity here and get on the board first.
The 9th pitch put softly in play to Berger. A little flip of Eovaldi covering. Raleigh moves the runner Crawford into third.
Julio up there.
Little inside out into right field for a base hit. And Rodriguez drives home Crawford from third. And the Mariners get their first run this series against Texas. It's 1-0 Seattle.
And here's Josh Naylor.
Strike 3 called. Naylor takes a cutter for strike 3. 2 outs.
That'll bring up left fielder Randy Arozarena, trying to keep the line moving. He's swinging a ground ball to a hole at short, backhanded by Seager. He'll go to second for the force on Julio, and that will retire the side. Well, the Mariners get a run here in the bottom of the first. First and second with 2 outs. And the batter will be catcher Kyle Higashioka, who had a big home run against George a couple of starts ago down in Texas. A swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's going to retire the side as Kirby dodges a bullet, and he gets out of a jam here in the second.
2 routine ground ball outs, 2 up and 2 down. Here's Wyatt Langford.
Swung on, ground ball to second again. Cole Young has it, flips it to first. That's a 1-2-3 as George Kirby, 3 ground ball outs. Here's Cal. Eovaldi winds, delivers. Swung on, blasted, right field. This has got a chance. Nimmo at the wall, and he makes the catch. Cal didn't quite have enough, and there's 2 away. Swung on, golfed into left center field. Langford over in the gap, and he makes the catch. A near collision as Evan Carter, the center fielder, ducks out of the way at the last moment. They have smiles on their face. It could have been a lot worse as the Mariners go 1-2-3. Swung on, hot shot, left side, through for a base hit. Third base area vacated, but Peterson put it in the right spot. So there's 1 on with 1 out, and here's Young.
Ground ball, it hits off of Kirby's backside. Karam's Rivas bare hand has no play. I think there's more frustration on Kirby's face about the fact that didn't get turned into an out than the fact that it hit him on the backside.
Runners on first and second, runners in scoring position. Again, it's early. Last year, hitters hit .309 with runners in scoring position against him.
So here's Carter.
Ball 4. The challenge coming.
Catcher's challenging the ball call.
And it is low.
Call's confirmed. Seattle has 1 challenge remaining.
So a single and infield base hit that hit off of Kirby, and now a walk to Carter. Duran, a base hit his last time up. He has been so good against Kirby in his career. 9 for 17. I mean, if somebody were to ask you which major league hitter has the most hits against George Kirby, you would not guess Ezekiel Duran. Kirby wants to challenge this. This is Kirby's 2nd challenge this year. You don't see pitchers challenge that much, and the Mariners are now out of challenges.
Confirmed. Seattle has no more challenges.
Maybe a little emotional call there from Kirby.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Now short center field. Young is back in the sunshine. Called off by Julio. Julio makes the catch. No tag by Peterson at third. And now Kirby has a chance to dance out of trouble. Swung on, popped up. Left field, Arozarena over. Julio there as well. Julio calls for it. He takes it. He makes the catch in the bright sunshine. And that is it for the Texas Rangers in the fourth. It was not easy, but George Kirby puts a 0 on the board. Here's the pitch to Arozarena. Swung on. Little looper into right field. It's a hit. He dunks it in. So the Mariners have a runner at first base with 1 out. Here's Raley.
Raley on the ground. Duran. Wide throw into left field. Arozarena is into third. And Raley to second. A rare blunder defensively for the Rangers. Duran getting a start today at second instead of Josh Smith. It's an offense that's been starving for runs, especially against the Rangers. You've got 1 out, second and third. You have to cash in here.
Here's Canzone. He struck out his first time.
It's a hard hit grounder into center field, base hit. Arozarena scores. Raley steaming home to the plate, safe. Canzone drives in 2. And the Mariners start to open it up just a little bit here in the fourth. It's a 3-0 Seattle lead.
2 up, 2 down here in the 5th inning. 3-0 the Mariners lead. And that'll bring up left fielder Wyatt Langford.
This is tiptoeing the line fair inside the bag or right over the top of it. Hits off the short wall, and Langford's speed is aboard at second. A 2-out double.
Here's Jake Berger. Berger with a swing and a pop up. Out near the bag at second. Young coming in, cutting across J.P. Crawford. Crawford wants it. J.P. makes the catch. And it's a quick top of the 5th inning for the Texas Rangers. And a quick 1, 2, 3, 4 for George Kirby. Josh Naylor with a 2-out single. Naylor gets aboard, and that'll bring up Randy Arozarena.
Swung on and missed. He struck him out, and that ends the 5th. Third strikeout for Evaldi.
Jock Peterson begins things for the Rangers. He's been aboard twice today. Backdoor slider gets Peterson for the first time. A rare strikeout today for the Rangers.
I'm going to bring Josh Young to the plate. Young 1 for 2.
Slugged out to center. Rodriguez showing his numbers. Chasing after this. He is at the wall, and it's over the fence. Josh Young, a deep drive out to center field. His second home run this year, and it puts Texas on the board. And a rare run allowed by Kirby to the Rangers, especially in this ballpark.
7 starts. This was his 8th. And given up only 1 earned run.
Swung on and missed. A slider that disappeared. Carter swings through. 5th strikeout for Kirby. Kirby has gone at least 6 in every start this year.
Shot by Duran. He just sees Kirby better than anybody. 2 for 3 against Kirby today.
So he's going to go get Brash. And George Kirby will get a nice ovation. Another really good start for George Kirby. 1 run so far,
but has to exit before a full 6 innings. Ground ball finds J.P. Crawford. He gathers and whips a toss over to first base. Higashioka retired and a man left. Luke Raley leading things off. Evaldi out there. High fly ball. Way back. How far? How high? Gone! And the Mariners get that run right back. 3 walks issued by the Mariners in this inning, and the bases are loaded. And now you've got Josh Young, who's had himself quite the series. 2 outs.
Swung on, lifted to center field, playable. Raley in, Julio in. Who's going to take it? It's Julio who makes the catch. And that is it, as Bizzardo hangs a 0 in the 7th and gets the Mariners out of big trouble.
And the Rangers have him parked on the corners. The 1,000th career hit for Brandon Nimmo helps to set the table here in the 8th inning.
Now brings the big hitter up to the plate. Tying run.
Swinging a ground ball right side. Young to his right to backhand it. Got it over to JP at second for the force there on Nimmo, and that will retire the side. And the Rangers strand 2. They've stranded 5 in the last 2 innings.
And the Mariners seeking some insurance in the 8th inning.
Swinging a ground ball right side. Diving Duran can't get to it. Base hit right center.
Cole Young delivers a couple of huge insurance runs at the bottom of the 8th inning.
Here is Leo Rivas. A ball down low. The throw down to second on Hopkins on by Seager into center. Cole Young gets up with a stolen base. Heads for third. He's going to make it. So give Cole Young a stolen base, his first of the season.
Young is at third. The catch made. He's coming home. The throw is up the line. And another another run in for the Mariners in a very productive 8th inning. It's a 7-1 Seattle lead.
So the Mariners with a big 6-run lead as we go to the top of the 9th inning.
On a line into center field. Langford, his 3rd hit today, to your point.
1 out for the Rangers here in the top of the 9th inning, and that'll bring up Josh Smith.
Just swung on and drilled to second. Off the glove of Cole Young. It rolls out into center field. He throws to second. It's not in time. That ball was smoked right at the feet of Cole Young, and that has scored a base hit. And there are runners at first and second with 1 out. So the Rangers making a little bit of noise here in the 9th.
And they have loaded the bases again.
This is when the Mariners have been at their best against the Rangers today. When the Rangers have had the bases loaded.
Swing and a pop up into shallow right field.
This is drifting near the line. Young in foul ground makes the catch. And no throw to the plate. Langford scores. 7-2 Mariners.
And now the Rangers are down to their final out.
The 1-2. Line left field. That ball was smoked by Duran, having a day. Smith makes the turn. He's on his way home. Young into 3rd.
It's an RBI double for Duran. It's a 7-3 Seattle lead. It brings up Higashioka.
Here comes a 3-2. It's inside ball 4, and the Rangers load the bases again. And Dan Wilson has to go get his closer. It's 7-3 and the tying run coming to the plate.
2 down, 7-3 Mariners. Brandon Nimmo the hitter.
Another 0-2. He struck him out. This game is over. Munoz looking like he has returned to form. And the Mariners get their first win against the Rangers this year. 7-3 the final.